Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out another toy folding drone here. This is the Eachine E58, and as you can tell here, this looks pretty much exactly like a Mavic Pro, but miniaturized. It's like maybe 2/3 the size or half the size, and the arms fold out pretty much the same way, but the front arms fold out the same way, but the back arms, they don't pivot here. They just fold out the same way the front arms do, like this. And then you got the same folding props, of course. But of course they're smaller, and this is brushed, not brushless, and has Wi-Fi FPV. Does record 720p video to a micro SD card on the bottom here. You can only record it via the app for some reason. There's a button on the controller that will initiate video records and photos, but it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why. So you have to do it via the app, and I'll talk about that in a little bit later. And you do have a 720p camera here. It's a wide angle, and you can adjust it manually if you want to adjust the angle down. It takes 2 megapixel photos, and the video is 720p. Comes with this proprietary battery. It's a 1S LiPo, and it charges via a micro USB port here on the side. So the charger's on board here, so you can just plug it into your computer via USB cable, and you can charge up the battery. And it's a 1S 500 milliamp hour battery. And here's the controller. Again, they've gone to the trouble of cloning the Mavic controller. These antennas up here aren't actually antennas; they're just decoration. They don't actually do anything. The antennas are actually inside. You have altitude hold here, so the throttle is centered. Automatic takeoff, automatic landing. Here's your power switch here. These are your trim buttons: forward, backward trim, right and left trim. Now this button here, I think, is supposed to be for headless mode and one key return, and then this one's supposed to be for photos and video. This one doesn't work for some reason. This button here is for rates. So you have 3 rates. And then this button here is for flips and rolls. And on the back here's your battery cover, and it takes 3 AA batteries. You're supposed to attach your phone on the bottom here by pulling this little holder out. But I think that in my case, we're going to have some trouble with the phone hitting this top here, section here, because the power button's on the side of my phone, so I might not be using this. Okay, so we'll take a quick look at the app. Go ahead and turn on the drone here, and then power on the transmitter. And then while it's flashing faster, you want to throttle up and down, and it'll turn solid. Then we're bound, and then it'll start sending out a Wi-Fi signal to your phone. So let me bring up my Wi-Fi here, and we want to pick Wi-Fi 720p. And then the app that you're going to get is called JY UFO. I'll launch that app here, and then we'll hit play, and then we'll have the video coming back to the phone. And then this is where you can take your photos and start and stop your video. And one thing you want to do, make sure, is when you go to the settings here, you want to make sure that 720p is turned on so that you're recording in 720p. Okay, I'm going to do a little line of sight first and see how it flies, and then we'll get some video. Go ahead and take off. A lot of drift going backwards. You see there? It's not the wind. I'm going to land it and recalibrate. Let's take off. Okay, that's much better. There you go. It's not even drifting at all right now. Very, very smooth. Drifting a little bit forward now. Now there's a little bit of wind. Wind's kind of coming and going. But I'm in the first rate right here. It's maintaining altitude very nicely. Let's try the second rate. was a lot faster in the second rate. Got some nice white lights in the front and a red light in the back. Let's try the third rate. Oh, it's even much faster in the third rate. It's actually a lot more fun to fly this way if you're not a beginner. We're gonna do funnels. All right, let's try some flips. So it does bump up the altitude a little bit. So you can only do, let's see, yeah, flips are only left and right. Backward and forward flips don't work. And went up in a little bit in altitude there, it's interesting. So I'm gonna go back into the first straight here. Very, very docile in the first straight. If you're flying in wind, you don't want to be flying in the first straight. It's not gonna be that easy to control. All right, so I'm gonna bring it here. Let's get a little close-up shot. See how stable that is? Totally hands off here, just drifting a little bit there. Just drifting a little. All right, I'm gonna land it and then I'll record video to my phone. As soon as it hits the ground, it automatically stops. And let's go ahead and take off. I'm going to take it up a lot higher this time. It's not going to go too far. And it's drifting backwards again. We'll take it over there by the tennis courts. You can't go too far with this model because if it goes out of range, it'll start descending. We'll see if I can get a little bit of a view of the tennis courts there. Video seems to be nice coming back to the phone. It is a little bumpy up there. It's a little bit windy. Yeah, you can see I'm tilted over just to fight the wind. And then I'll drift back here with the wind. So you can see there I am. That's not bad video there, it's pretty smooth. Okay, let's see, I'll let it drift back here. Yeah, that wind's really taking it. Oh, right in the sun. All right. Bring it a little lower. So I think that because of the way the camera is angled down, you kind of need to be higher up. Otherwise, you're basically just looking at the ground. And it's difficult to fly in wind, so calm days. Today is not bad. You see it coming towards me here. So I'm kind of going backwards, and you can see that with the camera angle I can get myself into shot by going backwards. The Wi-Fi FPV is not too bad. It's not. I've seen worse where it just constantly lags and freezes. This is okay. But I like a lot of these Wi-Fi FPV systems, you don't want to go too far. All right, I'm going to try it. This looks a little stable, and I'm going to try and go up. And as soon as I went up, that wind just took it. I think those tennis courts over there are blocking a little bit of the wind. All right, bring it down a little bit. And I can see the lights are flashing on the front, which means that we're near low voltage cutoff. Yeah, I think it's going to be landing here pretty soon. But it looks very, very stable, and I think it's landing now. Yep, I'm not landing, it's landing on its own. So that's the end of the battery. I think it's about a 6-minute flight, maybe 5-6 minutes. Okay guys, so that's going to do it for this review of the Eachine E58, and I actually like it a lot. I'm hoping the video comes out pretty good. Pretty stable flyer, even in a little bit of a breeze. It does require a little bit of sort of fine-tuning with the controls, but definitely flyable, and I think you can get a good video of this. Put a link in the description if you guys are interested in checking this out. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.